Craig Martin. And starting second, we'll have the 24 of Cole Snyder. But 15, Mark Kissweather will start P number 3. Dylan Chappell will be alongside him. Josh Arnold will start 5th. Giovanni Klein will start 6th. 7th will be the 51 of Jacob Wilson. Nathan Johnson will start 8th. 9th will be the 60 of Jared Skinner. Dwayne Young will start 10th. Donnie Kent will start 11th. Brock Morris will start 12th. And starting 13th will be Nathan Fryer tonight. So 107 laps tonight. Kind of a decent bit of race here. So it'll be a kind of race that first stage for sure. But off of turn number 4, Fisher can see the hard left turn onto pit road. And Craig Martin going to lead him to green. We're underway here from Vegas. Everyone's still kind of settling in line here. You see the lines differing. You see Giovanni Klein way up the racetrack, up against the wall there in 3 and 4, as Cole Snyder has clear for the lead as he goes down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1. Cole Snyder clear by a couple car lengths, still side by side for second between Craig Martin and Dylan Chappell. Marcus by the right behind them as well. Down into 3, still side by side for seconds. Well, third now. Let's get started on the outside lane. Is there a single file out there? Now Klein and Johnson side by side. Still back to side by side for second between Kissweather and Chappell. Chappell on the bottom. As now they're going to go 3 wide here with Giovanni Klein. He got a big run off of turn 4. Go 3 wide for third. Chappell in the middle. Craig Martin up top. The line on the bottom. Chappell kind of backs out there. He slots right behind Giovanni Klein. It's down the back straightaway. Martin's going to try and push Klein down the back straightaway. As now we're going to battle for the lead is Mark Kissweather. He got a big run on Cole Snyder. Looks for the lead down to the bottom. He's going to clear off of turn 4. They're staying close together so far. It's now single file for the top 4. As now we're kind of moved back to the battle for about 5th. As now Chappell clears for that. So single file throughout the field so far. Everyone's probably trying to settle in line here. As Klein thought of looking at a move there on Cole Snyder for second there. Everyone's still single file out. As here comes Cole Snyder, though. He's got the run to the bottom. He looks side by side for lead on Martin Kissweather. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Snyder in Kissweather. Kissweather a little bit better on the top so far. That's Kissweather and Snyder still side by side. Snyder's going to go all the way to the apron. Kissweather going to stick it up to the top lane. So meanwhile, Klein's trying to close that gap back down a little bit. Snyder really backs off on the bottom. So Kissweather going to have a huge run off of turn 2. He's going to easily clear. So I got a big battle here for about fifth. Craig Martin, Nathan Johnson side by side. So Donnie Kite in there as well. As Johnson on the bottom, Craig Martin on the outside lane. They clear, but back to the battle for the lead. Oh, Snyder thought about it there in turn 3. Had his nose barely. They're going to set up a run off of turn 4. Snyder got a good run off of turn 4. Looks to the outside. As Snyder he's setting up a run down the back straightaway. Trying to stick with the outside lane. Right now the bottom not really looking so good. As battle for the lead still staying pretty close. As Klein tries to get to the inside of Snyder there, but not going to be able to get there. Side by side for the lead still. Kissweather, Snyder. Neither of them want to give up the lead. Both of them want to keep it, try and get the lead. Still side by side. Kissweather on the bottom. Snyder on the outside lane. This outside lane seems to be the way to go so far tonight. Still early on in this race. This time I will still have 20 laps to go here in the first stage. These are still side by side. Snyder on the outside. Just from the bottom. Klein just got us waiting in the wings here. He's not really forcing anything 3 yet. Still have plenty of time. Doesn't really need to be forcing anything. It's now Snyder. He's got the help from Klein on the outside with the push. And now Snyder's going to clear for the lead. It's now Klein on the outside of Kissweather. Klein and Kissweather still side by side for second. Johnson sitting right behind them. Kind of doing the same thing Klein was doing. Not being aggressive, not really making any moves yet. As with the really good turn 1 and 2 there, Kissweather actually had a really good run on Snyder. He's going to stick to the back bumper of Snyder. He's going to try and stick to the outside. Try and get his nose on the right rear of that 24 car. Still not enough. Single file is Klein. I'm really loose there in third. He's going to have to block a big run. Here comes Jared Skinner down on the bottom. Jared Skinner on the inside lane. Nathan Johnson in the middle now. So the top two started to get a tiny bit of a gap from that. Still side by side though for third, Clyde and Johnson. As Johnson got really loose there, and he's going to fall way back, and that's going to allow Klein to stay in third. As Kite and Martin stay side by side. Still single file. It's now to the bottom. Skinner looks to the inside of Klein, but now he's getting loose there. So surprisingly, a really cold racetrack, grippy racetrack. The grip's not really there for a lot of these drivers. A lot of them struggling for grip so far. Donnie Kite sitting in 5th. He's looking to the inside of Jared Skinner for 4th. It's like your grip there on the bottom. As these top 3 still staying together. It's Mark Kissweather going for the lead on Cole Snyder. Side by side for the lead still. Klein back in third looking for something. Klein's actually going to get in the wall there in 1 and 2. That's going to allow 3 wide off of turn 2 now. Jared Skinner, Donnie Kite in. Giovanni Klein. 3 wide for third, but Klein with a good run despite getting in the wall. Cleared Skinner there, but Donnie Kite really starting to come together now. As Donnie Kite, I think he saved his tires in this first bit. And he's really starting to come alive. As Cole Snyder looking for the lead, Mark Kissweather still. These two have been battling all race long so far. As off of turn 4, down the front straightaway, Snyder not close enough still. As Klein in Kite, kind of battling for third still. Jared Skinner sitting right behind him. As you start to see, you got people in the middle, the top. You still got some drivers on the bottom. But these top 5 staying relatively close. And Mark Kissweather and Cole Snyder still 1 and 2. Donnie Kite and Giovanni Klein. Single file now, still 9 laps to go here in stage number, 11 to go here in stage number 1. Now Cole Snyder's got to the inside of Mark Kissweather. Now battle for the lead once again between Snyder and Kissweather. Kite right there in third. As Cole Snyder getting really loose on the bottom. Trying to clear up in front of Kissweather. We got really loose. They're almost going to be 4 wide. Snyder's going off the racetrack. Klein's going to go around. Jared Skinner going around as well. The caution is going to come out. And that will be our first caution of the night. Let's take a quick look at that one. I mean, Snyder came way up the racetrack, right up into Klein there, and it sent Klein around. And that was our first caution of the night. So, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here from Las Vegas. underway. As now, it's now the new tire. It's a little bit of different tiring strategy there. As Dylan Chapel on the old tires stayed out on the racetrack. Now he's really falling off the pace. Brock Morris as well. And Mark Kiswither jumps the race lead very quickly. Josh Arnold moves to the bottom of Donnie Kite side by side for second. As 2 laps to go here in stage number 1. Oh. Oh, well, that lap caution was caused a lap early there. As that will be the stage yellow. So I guess whether and Josh Arnold are going to be the first two. It's coming down pit road. Now we'll see if anyone takes 2 tires or fuel only, because Jalen Chapley stayed out on the old tires, fell back really far back, but he's gonna have an extra set if everyone else takes tires here. And still, you had 4 extra sets in the race every 20 laps. I mean, you could easily take a set at that first caution, and just, I mean, might as well not take a set here. So you only did about 3 laps there. When it comes down pit road, 2 tire, 4 tire call for a lot of these drivers. Kissenweather taking 2 lefts though, as you saw the left kind of go up. Smart Kissweather going to be our race leader. Nathan Fryer, Jacob Wilson, and Donnie Kite staying out of the racetrack. So Josh Arnold, the first one off. Well, first one. Sorry, no, Nathan Fryer, Jacob Wilson, Donnie Kite behind Kissweather as well. So 2 tires for those. This time Babbitt should take to one to green. That's Marcus Weather, Nathan Fryer will be on the front row. Next turn, gonna take that hard left turn onto pit road. Restart here. Lap number 37, green flag back in the air. Mark Kissweather out to a great jump. Clear by about half a second already. Great jump for that 15 maybe, but side by side. Pretty much throughout the entire field. Still side by side for a second between Fryer and Wilson. Donnie Keck going to push that 92 machine of Nathan Fryer. Off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Start the single file out a little bit now. They try and close that gap down to our race leader of Mark Kissweather. So they're slowly closing that gap back down, but someone trying to single file in line. Is everyone's still kind of battling towards the tail end of the pack as Nathan Fryer is able to close the gap down to Mark Kissweather. Still side by side there towards the back now. We got side by side for third between Donnie Kite and Jacob Wilson. Credit on the inside lane. Wilson on the top. Kite clears for third there. So Mark Kissweather has a little bit of company up there for the race lead. As this battle's back here for about the top 5. Nathan Johnson thinks about sending it 3 wide. Gets to the Jacob Wilson there for a second. They're able to keep it together. Down the front straightaway. As Cole Snyder pulls away from that. It's Craig Martin holding on to 5th. battle back up for the race lead. Mark Kisseweather, Nathan Fryer, these two still battling for the lead. As they're kind of pulling away from the rest of the field is Donnie Kite, the only one to tag along with him so far. Gonna stop 3, pull away for the rest of the field by about half a second. As Donnie Kite, he looks to the bottom of Kisseweather for second as Fryer able to take the race lead away. But Donnie Kite off of turn 4. He's going to be able to clear Mark Kisseweather for second. Them two battling. A lot of the rest of the field kind of closing the gap. Down to about maybe three car lengths now as Cole Snyder really closing that gap now as the draft really able to pull him in closer. Donnie Kite really starting to come alive. Again, he's got really starts to come alive after about 10 laps. It's now side by side for the lead between Donnie Kite and Nathan Fryer. Speed lap number 45. As Kite off of turn 2, he's going to clear for the lead. See if he can pull away, but this draft's going to help Nathan Fryer and Mark Kisseweather. Fryer got a big push from Kisseweather there down into turn 3. As Fryer stays up to the top lane, allows Kisseweather to get side by side with him. It's now Skinner and Fryer side by side to 4th. As Kite staying right there in front of Kisseweather. They able to pull away by almost maybe 3 wide for second. Kisseweather still holds on to clear. As Fryer to the inside of Skinner, barely there. It's actually, Fryer got loose on the bottom there. Now he's going to lose a lot of momentum. As back to the battle behind him between Jacob Wilson and Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder really starting to fall off the pace now. Jacob Wilson gets by Fryer and Brock Morris as well. Back up front, we got the battle for the race lead as well. Still heating up. Still side by side for a second between Skinner and Kisseweather. I haven't really seen a so dominant car so far tonight. We've definitely seen some guys who definitely will contend for this race win. Kisseweather, Kite, they worked their way up through the field. But so far, it just kind of seems like between like a kind of a draft race. Get out in the lead, kind of can hold it if you play it right, but if you lose it, you don't have to worry. As long as you don't get freight trained, you should be all right. Now Skinner looks to the inside for the race lead. The outside lane seems to be better, but now that the tire's starting to wear off, the inside lane is going to start to come in more and more. As Skinner, they're able to clear for the lead to take advantage of that, but here comes Kisseweather. He's got a good run. He's going to push Skinner, going to try and get Skinner clear into 3. As Skinner clears into 3, they're still side by side for second as Kite holds the outside lane. Brock Morris also making his way up to 4th. All this field is very close together. The top 7 all within a second. It's still side by side between Kite and Skinner now for the lead. As Jared Skinner holds the lead, but Kite on the bottom. Kite able to make the bottom work. He was able to make the bottom work towards the end of stage 1. I just kind of expect to see the same. He's been very good at samming his rear tires and hasn't really been getting loose tonight. As you kind of start to see the top 5 starting to pull away a little bit now. As Kite and Skinner still battling. I mean, Kite able to get a run. He's trying to use that outside lane now. He's got to be careful though. That will eat us right in front of him a little bit, but the caution out of the racetrack. There's going to be Dylan Chappell around in turn number 2. Let's take a look at that one. Going down to the turn number 1. That's just kind of a miscommunication. I guess from both of them there. Fryer kind of stayed to the middle. Chappell stayed right there. I guess thought Fry would stay up. So they both make contact and just sends him into the wall. As now that will bring everyone down pit road. That caution will be our second caution due to cause. We're already back to once in green. So I'm gonna re-rack on the restart here. So everyone just gonna take 4 tires. Pacer gonna take that hard left turn on the pit road. Josh Arnold, the controlled car, is gonna jump on the loud pedal. He's gonna get back in. Gonna clear for the race lead already. He's gotta be careful not to move down before the line. He doesn't. So ups down in front of Jared Skinner, going down to the turn 1. It's gonna be side by side between Skinner and JuicySpydr there for a second now. As Jared Skinner had a really good run off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, entering 3. As the top 3 have pulled away, big battle back here for just outside the top 5. Jacob Wilson, Nathan Johnson, yet Craig Martin and Cole Snyder side by side as well. Still side by side. Wilson just trying to stick his nose under there, but not enough. He's gonna slot up in line if he can, but Craig Martin gonna quickly fill that hole. Not gonna let Wilson move up, and Martin's gonna try and drive all the way around the outside of Nathan Johnson as well. Pull alongside, side by side for the top 5 position. Just in front of him, Brock Morris and Marcus Weather battling for 3rd. But now and also behind him still battling. So these 6 drivers battling all for spots. This battle for lead stays about a 10th or 2 is Jared Skinner down to the bottom. He's got a good run, able to make runs on the bottom. I haven't really seen anyone else be able to do that so far tonight. But off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Josh Arnold, Jared Skinner, still 1-2. They're pulling away from the rest of the field. Side by side for the lead between Josh Arnold and Jared Skinner now. These are still side by side, no one giving an inch. As last time by they were dead tied to the 1,000. That time by they were 16,000 separated. These two stay very close. Both of them able to get a pretty much equal runs off the corner. Arnold able to get slightly better run there. Not enough to clear. They're both about a second in front of the rest of the field, but these drivers keep battling this. It's going to allow those guys to close the gap in. Still side by side for the lead. This battle for the lead has been going on for about 3-4 laps now. Still staying side by side. You see Arnold going way up the racetrack now, staying about pretty much around that top scene. And Skinner just wrapping the bottom, wrapping that white line. He's just still staying side by side. I mean, neither of them not fast enough in either lane to just clear each other. I mean, all this battling is just allowing behind to close the gap. Craig Martin, they're in third. He's down to about 7/10 now in these top two. I mean, if these two keep battling side by side, he might have an opportunity to shoot at middle. He's gonna have a big run now. It's down to 0.3 of a second now. He's in that draft range. Now he can either push one of these two as well and finally break up this race lead. He's still battling side by side with 37 to go. Still a decent bit left. As Jared Skinner with the move there. Is it enough? No. Arnold barely holds the door. Able to side draft down the front straightaway into turn one. As they're still battling, is out. The rest of the field going to start the battle as well behind them. Craig Martin, Mark Kisseweather, of Nathan Johnson, Brock Morris as well. These top six all together. As Jared Skinner, does he finally clear Josh Arnold there? I think he does. Yes, he does. He clears, but he's not going to clear up. He's going to keep Arnold to his outside lane. Arnold's going to drive it in deep, trying to pin it around the outside. And he stays there. Great move of that 22 machine to stay in the fight for this lead. Josh Arnold getting loose off of turn 4 there. And that's going to allow Jared Skinner to clear for the lead. As now Jared Skinner had the great move. Finally got clear. And now we'll see if he can pull away. He had a great pace. Got that whole run, surprisingly being side by side. Just gonna pulling away a little bit as Kisseweather now will be battling with Brock Morris for seconds. Now Kisseweather able to prevail from that one as now Kite looks to the bottom of Morris. This guy looks to the inside of Kisseweather now. Kite's starting to come alive here in this run. He's got 30 laps to go. Still plenty of time. So he will have some pit stops as well. As you see Josh Arnold down pit road. So he comes down pit road a little bit early after he really overheated his tires on the outside lane. She's still in pit road. As there goes off of pit road, Josh Arnold. His fuel is 75%, which normally is about, you can stretch it to about 70. restarted just over 50 to go, I believe. Well, just under 50 to go. Also, could be a little tight on fuel as well. I'm doing that math in my head correctly, but Jared Skinner holding the lead, but Mark Kissweather keeping him honest here, staying close. Down the back straight, down the front straightaway. Skinner still holds the lead. Mark Kissweather holds second. Brock Morris running at P number 3. Which trying to climb, big moment off of turn 2 there. Really slow. Make sure you get lap of the rest of the field. Side by side now for the lead, Kissweather and Skinner. Kissweather, great run off of turn 2, and we got caution on the racetrack. And it's Giovanni Klein. And just self spins off of turn 4. Just down the straightaway, spins down into the grass. And that will bring out the caution with just over 20 to go. So we'll restart with 20 to go. Roughly it's about 20, 21 to go here. So really, it's not really going to be about saving tires anymore. We'll be coming to 1 to go, so we'll restart with 20 laps to go. So we're quickly down into the kind of home stretch of this race. Jared Skinner, Mark JuicySpydr, Nathan Johnson, Brock Morris, Donnie Kite, our top 5. It's going to be a barn burner for this last 20 laps. We've seen battles all night long. We're going to take that hard left turn onto pit road. As Jared Skinner, Mark JuicySpydr on the front row, green flag back in the air, 20 to go here from Las Vegas. Jared Skinner had great pace in that last run. See if he can manage it this time. Hold on to the lead, but not able to get out to a big lead like you'd hoped. Nathan Johnson clears up in front of Brock Morris, but now they're side by side still with Donnie Kite. Off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Nathan Johnson looks to the inside of Donnie Kite, still side by side. These top 2 staying a couple car lengths away from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place cars, but most of all, the top 5 pulling away from the rest of the field by a long shot right now. Into turn number 1 and 2. Brock Morris trying to find his way by Nathan Johnson. Just gotta be careful. Don't want to burn up your tires. It still will matter towards the very end, but it's not gonna matter as much as it was earlier. As Mark JuicySpydr, he's close on Jared Skinner now. Trying to find his way by. There's the top 5 starting to spread out now. Starting to see some drivers take a little bit of different lanes. Trying to find speed as JuicySpydr getting the wall. I think all 5 of them got in the wall there off of turn 4. So off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Mark JuicySpydr sitting in P number 2. Jared Skinner in the race lead. Jared Skinner really blocking all the way up to the wall. Even the inside open, so he wants to protect that outside. And once he kind of gives Mark JuicySpydr the dirty air going into the corner, he moves down to the bottom. The late apex is the corner. These top 2 pulling away from Donnie Kite. Donnie Kite will see if he can kind of come back in these final 10 laps, because he's been really good at saving his tires early on. He saved a little bit in pushing those final 5 to 10 laps. He could have a shot at this. Jared Skinner, Mark Kisswether, P1 and 2, off of turn number 2, down the front straightaway. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Jared Skinner, Mark Kisswether, P1 and 2. Donnie Kite laying about a half a second back. This top 5 pulled away by a big margin. These top 2 still going at it for the win. Looks like the race went on the line, but if they start battling early, a little too early, the rest of this top 5 are going to close that gap back in. They'll have their own shot at it. But Kisswether just can't find his nose, can't get clean air on the nose and find his way by Jared Skinner. But this time he's gonna go way up against the wall, try and rip the wall off of turn 4. See the marbles against the wall. It can't be too high up there. The marbles will kind of drag you into the wall. Is Skinner able to pull away just a little bit there? Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Jared Skinner, Mark Kisswether, 1-2. It's kind of been like this for the past 5 laps now, off of turn 4. This time by will be 10 laps to go. They're both starting the pull from Donnie Kite in 3rd. With 10 to go. Mark Kisswether's going to start thinking about his move, what he's got to do. He's going to have to get side by side with Jared Skinner soon. He wants a chance. Also got to play this perfectly where you can hold off the rest of the field. The Skinner pulls a little bit there. 9 to go. Ticking off these laps. Off of turn number 2, see, it looked like Jared Skinner got a little bit tight there. Kisswether's got to run. Does he take the move into 3? Looks like he's saving the move to the bottom in 3 a little bit, but he's answered right on the back bumper for Jared Skinner. You saw he got very tight on the entry. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. He's going to dive into the apron here. Going to try and cut as much of the track he can. Kisswether desperately trying to get his nose out there. Does he have it here off of 2? There's a chance. Skinner's going to get tight. He skips in the lane, side by side for the lead. Kisswether and Skinner. Kisswether on the outside now. Down into 3. Kisswether drives it into 3. Just kind of loosen the back end just a little bit off of turn 4. Down the front straightaway, side by side for the lead with 7 to go. Keep an eye on that gap between Jared Skinner and Donnie Kite. That gap could close down. These two keep battling, but Jared Skinner not making the pace on the bottom like Kisswether on the top. He's got a side draft. Got to nail these corners. You can't let Kisswether clear at this point. You got to stay side by side. Off of turn 4. He's going to run him up the racetrack just a little bit. Try and crowd him up. To the dive in the apron. Try and pull alongside. As Donnie Kite, 3/10 of a second back now. But he's going to have dirty air in both lanes. He's got to hope he's got enough tire, enough room to try to find clean air. But Jared Skinner loose on the bottom. He's not. He's going to be clear. Kisswether. Kisswether going to shut the door on him there in 3 and 4. This will allow Kite to run a little bit higher from P number 3. He should have a run on Jared Skinner. Here comes Nathan Johnson and Brock Morris as well. Donnie Kite with the run. He's going to move to the outside of Jared Skinner. Going to try and take second place away. Jared Skinner on the bottom though. Gets on the white line. Gets loose. It's going to really check on the inside. Maybe 3 wide for second. But Donnie Kite got loose on the outside. That allows Brock Morris to kind of stick in the middle 3. These drivers still battle. Now Kisswether gets away by a long shot with 4 to go. Huge battle for second. 4 to go, and now if there's no caution, Kisswether no doubt has this race won. As Jared Skinner gets to the wall of turn 2. Cause a big checkup. Nathan Johnson moves to second. Still 3 wide for third. Brock Morris on the bottom of Donnie Kite. It's Donnie Kite loose in the middle. 3 wide still for third. 3 to go here from Vegas. Mark Kisselweather leads by 0.8 of a second now from Nathan Johnson as he pulls away for this battle for third behind him. As Jared Skinner, Donnie Kite still battle for third. As Kite going to be able to clear Skinner off at 2. Takes P number 3 away. Kisselweather, 2 laps to go. He makes it back. All he's got to do is just make no big mistakes. Nathan Johnson, 7/10. Pretty much unthinkable to make up 7/10 unless Kisselweather makes a big mistake here in this final 2 laps. Or caution comes out. But through 3 and 4. Mark Kisselweather takes the white flag. 1 to go here from Vegas. Restarted second on that final restart. It's the battle for third still going between Skinner and Kite. Off at turn number 2, Kite's going to slide back in line. But meanwhile, through 3 and 4, Kisselweather was second on the restart. Took his time to get by. As they wreck behind, Donnie Kite hardly outside wall. But Mark Kisselweather off at turn 4. He's going to pick up the win in Vegas. As Nathan Johnson picks up P2, Jared Skinner P3. As there's a big hit for Donnie Kite in turn 4 there, hard on the outside wall. But he just kind of came down just a little bit on Brock Morris. Just both racing hard for that final spot. A little bit of net code there as well. Well, that will be our race as Mark Kisselweather able to pick up the race win. As while he celebrates, he's actually off the track, I believe. So yeah, let's take a quick look at our results for tonight's events. As Mark Kisselweather able to pick up the race win here at Vegas. Nathan Johnson picks up P number 2. Jared Skinner rounding out the top 3. Brock Morris finishing 4th. Jacob Wilson rounding out our top 5. Josh Arnold finishing 6th. Craig Martin 7th. Cole Steiner 8th. Nathan Fryer finishing 9th. Dwayne Young rounds out our top 10. Finishing 11th with a wreck on the white flag there. Donnie Kite finishing 11th. Giovanni Klein 12th. And Dylan Chappell rounding out our 13-car field tonight here from Vegas. So now we'll bring in our race winner of Mark Kisselweather. He's able to get the move done late with just under 10 to go. Was able to make the move on Jared Skinner there late. What was going through your head there, and how much time you kind of had that move there on the how long were you playing in that move there?
He was way better than me in 3 and 4. I just needed to get around him in 1 and 2 on the top. The middle is just so overpowered.
Yeah, no, and that was also another thing. It's very tough to pass. How tough was that out there to pass tonight, especially after the entire race with the different tire wear, and how the car's handled? How tough was it really out there to pass tonight?
It was pretty hard to pass. If you were directly behind somebody, you just washed right up the track and had a lift, so you don't hit the wall. The dirty air was pretty tough to battle with.
That will be, and you're still able to hold on to the win though. Able to got the moves done late, and everyone kind of battled behind you and took the race win away. But before we send you off on your way, any sponsors for tonight's race win?
Yeah, I would like to thank Cheesy Designs for making my paint scheme and sponsoring our team. I thought that the 15 looks pretty good out on in the winner's circle.
All right. Well, once again, congrats on your race win. We'll see you next week at Lena.
All right, thank you.
There's the 15 of Mark Kissweather, and we'll bring in our second place finisher here of Nathan Johnson, able to steal the second place there at the very end. He was running around that right in the top 5 in the final, pretty much restart, able to sneak his way by Jared Skinner, Brock Morris, and Donnie Kite there as well, able to pick up a second place run. And what was going through your head on that final run there?
Don't wreck. I was just trying to keep the car under me. Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
glad to get P2, man. Glad.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, able to pick up P number 2. But another thing tonight that was definitely a big factor tonight was the tire wear and just the handling of the race car. How tough was out there with the handling of the race car, especially with the tire wear tonight?
Yeah, it was really odd. At the beginning of the run, the car would be super tight, and with the draft, it was just hard to really get a grasp on what the car was doing. But then once the tires would come in, it would drip up. It was really strange. But yeah, kind of got it figured out at the end there.
Yeah, still able to walk away with a P2. But before sending off on the way, any sponsor for tonight's second place run?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Splash and Go Graphics for my paint, and JuicySpydr, and you guys, LRN, for putting this on. Thank you.
And once again, congrats on your second place finish. We'll see you next week at Atlanta.
Yep, see you next week.
And there's our second place finisher of Nathan Johnson. We'll bring on our third place finisher of Jared Skinner. Jared Skinner able to pick up a P3 after losing the lead there in that final 5 to 10 laps, and just able to not able to hold off Marcus whether they're late. What do you think you could have done differently to hold off rest of the field there?
Well, really, it's just getting used to this next-gen car. I've got little to no experience with it and just trying to figure out how the tires and the aero work with it overall on, short track and intermediates. But, yeah, I definitely one I wish I could get back, but don't beat myself up too hard losing it to Mark. He's a pretty good driver.
Yeah, still able to pick up P3 tonight. And how tough was it out there tonight with passing? I mean, you worked your way up from P9 tonight. You had, especially in that first run, kind of had a lot of tire wear there as well. How tough was it to pass out there, especially with the tire wear and handling?
It was definitely, you had to have the momentum for sure to get past anybody. And it felt like, maybe 20 to 25 laps in, everything started getting pretty loose overall with the cooler track temps. But yeah, it got pretty tough. As long as you had the momentum, you could pull it off low or high.
You're still able to walk away with a P3 after kind of managing your damage control there late with after losing the lead. But before sending off on your way, any special thing for tonight's third place run?
Yeah, I'd like to thank JuicySpydr Studios for giving me the opportunity to run in the league, and thank NJB Designs for customizing the car. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep. Once again, congrats on your third place finish. We'll see you next week in Atlanta.
Thank you, sir.
So that was our third place finisher of Jared Skinner. And overall, it was a very fun race tonight. We saw a lot of battles for the race lead throughout the entire field. But it's definitely a fun race tonight. Before we sign off on the air tonight, let's get a couple of we'll say a schedule for the next coming up races. So Tuesday night, Thunder will be coming up. I'll be going to Dover this Tuesday night. We'll also have Wednesday night. We'll have the Superstar ARCA Cup season finale at Texas. And then Friday night we'll have a off week there for the NRR Cup Series, a break a week before the playoffs start. And next Saturday we'll be back for Lime Rock Park for the Bolt Racing League Grand National Series. And then on Sunday We'll have Atlanta next week here from the Stampede Racing League JuicySpydr Premier Series. But so long here from Las Vegas tonight. I was Aaron Brown, joined by my producer tonight of Talon Drake. And so long here from Las Vegas. We'll see you next time here on the Legends Racing Network.